You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay, and the news starts now.
A moment of silence to mark 1 week since the tragic school shooting in Connecticut. Connecticut's governor and others stood on the Newtown Town Hall steps yesterday morning at exactly 9:30. Now, the shooting there in Connecticut was the third mass shooting in just 5 months in our country. And as you'd expect, gun control is still a huge issue. So joining us this morning with more on the debate is attorney Felix Vega.
Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning to you. Now, first up, the NRA finally does speak out about this and says we actually need more guns in school, an armed guard in every school. As a prosecutor, what's your take on this?
They took an interesting position to even propose this, and they called it the school shield that they were going to propose, funded for armed guards in the schools, also the school resource officers for them to have weapons. And as a prosecutor, you really have to look at the fact that when these mass shooting situations occur, one person may not be able to neutralize one shooter. We saw in Connecticut where Adam Lanza had enough ammunition to wipe out everyone in the school. I went back and actually read the Columbine report this morning, and they had one of the school resource officers on campus was absolutely no use to the situation because of the enormity of it. I talked to some of my friends on the SWAT team at TPD, and they really emphasized the fact that everyone has to respond. It's really the first responders that are the first line of defense. Having one or two armed guards in the school may not do anything in the end, especially when you don't know when these situations are even going to occur.
And that's just a scary thought.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
When you look back at other cases like Columbine. Now, this tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School, how is it affecting gun sales? Do you know?
Surprisingly, gun sales have spiked in the days coming out of the tragedy. If you take a look at some of the numbers we found from the FDLE, on the day of the tragedy on December 14th, there were 4,805 guns sold in Florida. The next day, December 15th, 6,945. Fast forward to Tuesday, 7,105 firearms were sold in the state of Florida. Also, an interesting statistic that I found this morning, there's 51,000 gun retailers across the United States. Yeah. Guess how many public elementary schools there are in the country?
How many?
67,000. So the gun retailers are actually coming up on just the number of schools that they have almost a 1-to-1 ratio of gun retailers to public schools.
And those numbers there of gun sales are probably as a result of some individuals feeling that there may be restrictions put
right, and they feel the need. I read there was a good New York Times article yesterday where they were profiling people and why they felt the need to go buy the assault weapons and really buy up these guns. And a lot of them, it's for not really for sport. It's just a hobby that they have, and they want their guns for that hobby. And it's like, are you going to take away a hobby from them as opposed to the real public safety issue that's the concern? That should be the concern across the country.
And very quickly, Florida's Stand Your Ground law back in the news this week. Ironically, State Senator Chris Smith introduced a new bill to sort of change parts of the law after the Trayvon Martin shooting. What's he proposing? He
proposed a bill, and it's about 5 pages long. I actually brought a copy of it. The two big things that they're proposing is taking the decision to clear a case from the police and actually put it to the prosecutor. So the prosecutors would actually make the final decision whether or not to clear someone on a stand your ground basis. Oh. Number two, the other big thing is that addressing George Zimmerman, the whole issue of why did he get out and pursue Trayvon Martin. They're taking that out of the statute. It's proposed to take it out of the statute where you lose your stand your ground rights if you pursue an individual and then things go bad like we saw in the Trayvon Martin case. And the other most important part of this was a statewide system of reporting stand your ground cases, how they resolve themselves, because remember the St. Pete Times did that extensive investigation. They had to go through court records to find all those cases that they profiled. This would create one database and sharing information across the state for all prosecutors and police to look at. So really good proposals, and a lot of things that prosecutors had concerns with, that bill addresses. We still haven't seen that Stand Your Ground committee with Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Carroll. They haven't released their final report yet, so the senator wanted to propose this legislation to at least get the ball rolling in the legislature.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be talking much more about this.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. We'll be right back.